You're not making any sense at all.
Your Honor,
Let's go to this thing here. Goods that Lewis will not return. And you've got them down here. These the...
I have the backup invoices for those two, Your Honor. The receipts and the invoices.
I want to show you these, Mr. Rosalia.
Mm-hmm.
She says you've got these items that belong to her and won't return them. What about them?
I have a leather chair. I have a bookshelf. I have a stereo.
He also has the
Tickets to New York.
mattress.
Yes, I do have the mattress.
Why won't you return them?
Because when Lori had emptied my apartment, or our apartment, with our goods, which we mutually paid for her apartment, so be it. Once I came back to San Diego, I finally got in touch with her. We started negotiating, and we decided you take this, I take this, and that's how we would split up our differences.
I could not take those items, Your Honor, because he threatened to kill me by pulling my head off if I did take those items that were in my household. I feel that he utilized my credit cards to benefit himself. As I look over and I see Lewis right now, he's pretty much wearing all new clothes. And it's now that he's in the style of living which he always wanted to be accustomed to, once again, as I said, he dumped me when I just couldn't give any more of my money. I gave all my money I could to help him out.
Is that why you dumped her, because you got all her money?
No, Your Honor, I caught her in an act of infidelity.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Not true that he caught you, or that you were not faithful?
Not true to both.
Not true to both. Okay, we'll take a recess. I don't know if it'll be short or not.
Thank you.
Well, if you were the judge, how do you think you would decide this case? Were you convinced by the plaintiff's testimony or by the defendant's? We'll return to Judge Wapner's verdict in just a moment.
I'm Judy Simpson. Coming up tonight on NewsCenter 22 at 6. The state of Vermont now leads the nation when it comes to the amount of time people can take off from work to care for a new baby or a sick family member. But does the new law go far enough? We'll have a report. And the summer concert season is well underway. How will recent traffic problems in Stowe affect future concerts? We'll have that story. John Cavazos will be along with sports, plus the extra point. And Jim Teskey says we can expect a cool start to summer. He'll have the forecast. All that's coming up tonight at 6.
Dodge Shadow. Find out why most owners of Sentra's, Tercels, Escorts, and Cavaliers who test drove Dodge Shadow felt it was the superior car. And now, a base Shadow America starts at only $69.92, including a driver's airbag. So make Shadow your choice during the Dodge Dare to Compare Challenge. See your Dodge dealer today and compare.
The Shelburne Museum, 37 buildings full of American folk art. Like antique toys, scrimshaw, a carved circus parade, weather vanes, quilts, 37 buildings, and a big steamboat. Come visit the folks. The Shelburne Museum, 7 miles south of Burlington on Route 7.
Now open year-round.
Now back pain doesn't have to ruin another night's sleep. Introducing new Doan's PM. Doan's starts with a unique pain reliever these brands don't have, then adds a second ingredient to help you sleep. New Doan's PM for nighttime back pain.
Fettuccine Alfredo. So soon?
Skillet Chicken Helper. My skillet, my chicken, my helper.
Skillet Chicken Helper makes a great meal. In no time at all.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
They're two people that are not married. They're living together. They don't take the time to put anything in writing about what their relationship is or what their agreement is with respect to property. They don't really have an oral understanding of what their relationship is, except they're engaged and they commingle all their funds. Both names are on bank accounts. Both people can write checks on bank accounts. The defendant's name's put on the plaintiff's credit cards. He can sign for anything he wants to, buy anything he wants to on her credit card, because she says it's okay. That's fine while they're living together and while they're engaged and they're happy about everything that's going on. But what about when they break up? There's the rub. Now we don't have any written agreement. We have one person's word against the other. With all this commingling of funds, with all commingling of the checks and the checking accounts, goes on for 3 years. Doesn't indicate any loan to me. It just indicates the two people are living together and spending money like they had it. I sort of feel sorry for the plaintiff, but I can't decide the case on a basis of sympathy. Judgment is for the defendant.
So Judge Wapner decides that from a financial point of view, at least, the plaintiff and defendant were too inseparable, and therefore he finds for the defendant. And Ms. Fossey, how do you feel about the judge's decision?
Very, very upset. I feel that the man has completely raped me of all my income and all my money, and he gets to walk away a free man with all my valuables and all my personal belongings, and I'm left in debt of $30,000. I just don't see that it's fair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Officer Brill has some documents you must sign. Now the defendant, Mr. Rosalia, is on his way out of the courtroom. How do you feel about the judge's verdict?
Well, it's, it's unfortunate for Lori that, she has to go through this. Everything she said is totally unfounded.
Everything?
Everything.
Absolutely everything.
Outside of, I do have the stereo and couch that. And I do have my, the bed she left me. The cats, unfortunately, are gone at this point.
She says she has documents there,
Obviously, they weren't enough for Judge Wapner to, to judge in her favor, so they can't be substantial.
You said you caught her, you accused her of infidelity. Mm-hmm. How do you know that? How did you catch her?
Well, because I was with the client and her. We were entertaining guests at a restaurant one evening, and simply I had excused myself to the restroom, and she was on the phone, making arrangements with her live-in lover at that point. Or I'm sorry, not live-in lover, the guy she's now with.
Thank you very much. Officer Brill is waiting for you to sign a few documents. And with that, we will bring this case to a close. The litigants for our next case are now on their way into the courtroom.
This is the plaintiff, Johnny Brown. He claims that his good friend, the defendant, was horsing around and pulled a chef's knife out of his pants, waved it at him, then cut him so badly that one of his fingers was nearly sliced off. He's suing for $2,400 for medical bills and lost work. This is the defendant, John Rosales. He says he was showing the plaintiff his new fishing knife when the guy, who is always joking around, suddenly karate chopped it and injured himself. He's accused of playing dangerous games. We'll return for the case of the unfunniest cut of all after these messages.
I tried it, and I feel great.
You're going to feel great all morning.
You've got to try it.
Try Grape Nuts, the fat-free natural energy source. See how good you feel.
It's a natural energy source that helps keep me going.
Breakfast with Grape Nut cereal helps keep me going all morning.
And the taste?
It's really delicious, really hearty.
There's nothing quite like it.
There's only one way to really get to know Grape Nuts.
Try it for a week. Try it for a week.
You'll feel so good you did.
Breakfast with Post Grape Nut cereal helps keep you going strong all morning long.
If you like them fresh, you'll love them Fisher.
You can see how fresh Fisher peanuts look. Smell how fresh. Taste how fresh.
If you like them fresh, you'll love them Fisher.
Compared to the leading regular dry roasted brand, Fisher isn't coated with all kinds of flavorings. No wonder Fisher dry roasted peanuts taste more like peanuts fresh from the shell.
If you like them fresh, you'll love them Fisher.
Our latest penny fries specials are guaranteed to make you smile.
Harvey's introduces the Mushroom Swiss, tasty mushroom sauce and processed Swiss cheese. And the Chicken Club, charbroiled with processed cheddar and crisp bacon. Order either and get a regular order of French fries for just a penny.
You still top them any way you want, but bring in your smile and an extra penny and you'll get penny fries.
Beautiful choice, beautiful value.
The family attractions of the Adirondacks. Frontier Town, a complete Wild West park with an authentic rodeo and rip-roaring excitement. The Great Escape, 100 rides and shows in one admission price. Everybody's great fun place. High Falls Gorge, the rare natural beauty of 4 waterfalls plunging over 700 feet. Santa's Workshop, the magic of Christmas with Santa Claus, his live reindeer, and storybook friends. Call toll-free 1-800-ITS-MT67.
People's Court case number 4633, Brown versus Rosales, for $2,400. All rise, please.
You may be seated. I know you've each been sworn. I've read your complaint, sir. You claim you were injured by the defendant?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, where were you?
I was at my place of employment.
What kind of employment is that?
That's automotive repair.
You a mechanic?
Yes, sir.
There was a defendant there?
Yes.
What happened?
I called up the gentleman to help me move a car because I had gotten in a motorcycle accident the night before and had wrecked my shoulder to where I couldn't push a car to work on. I run a one-man automotive repair business. And he has the gas station just down the street. So when he came up, he started clowning around, and I was somewhat disoriented from the motorcycle accident the night before, and he had pulled a knife out.
What kind of a knife?
It was a chef's type of knife that he had gotten because he test drove a motorhome up to my place that he was working on at the time, and I suspect that's where he got the knife.
How long a blade was it?
About that long. It was a chef's knife. Yes,
is that about right?
It was just a little fish filleting knife, you know.
Fish filleting knife?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
That's correct, sir. It was
okay.
Not a paring knife by any means.
What did he do with it?
He was clowning around like shadow boxing and what have you, and I just kind of flinched and went back, and he had pulled a knife out, threatening like he was going to cut me up or something. In the process of me moving back with my hands up, he had brought the knife up, and it cut my hand. It was an accident.
Which hand?
It was my left hand, sir.
Where did he cut it?
It's right across this area here. I have the medical report that...
You left-handed or right-handed?
Well, I'm actually ambidextrous, but I probably favor my right hand.
Okay. Were you clowning around?
Yeah, goofing around. We do all the time.
Okay. Were you shadow boxing with a knife?
No. No, I had the knife here.
You had the knife in your pocket?
Yeah, my back
Did you ever take the knife out of your pocket?
Not until I lifted it out like this to show him.
Well, obviously then you took it out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You want to show it to him?
Yeah, I pulled it out. Not to cut him, though. He's
why did you want to show it to him? Something unique about that knife?
Well, yeah, it was very sharp. Paring knife, all it was a fish knife.
Sir, being sharp is not unique. All you need is a sharpener, and you make any knife sharp.
He's a collector of knives. He has knives all over the place.
Are you a collector of knives, sir?
Somewhat.
I have some chef's knives. I don't consider myself a collector. I have 2 Hinkle knives that I use in the kitchen, which are considered chef's knives. I do have knowledge of knives.
You put it up like this to him?
Exactly.
How did he cut himself?
Not at him. I held it up like.
How did he cut himself?
He just went like that. Karate chopped himself. You know, with a bad shoulder, like, you know, he hit it.
How far away were you from him when you held the knife up?
About that far away. I didn't have him pinned up against the corner like this.
About 3 feet?
Yeah.
Did you go like this towards the knife, sir?
I motioned up like this. It wasn't a karate
Well, what did he
chop.
do with the knife when you motioned up?
At the same time that I did that is when he brought the knife out, and I was a little bit disoriented from an accident the night before. And
Were you on drugs of any
No,
kind?
sir.
Well, I don't mean
no, sir, I was on
drugs in
medication.
the criminal sense. I'm talking about
No medication.
aspirin or Tylenol even, or painkillers of any kind.
No, sir.
How does he? Let me see your hand. I want to see how the cut runs. You can come up if you want.
This is the wound, and it goes on around.
It goes around like this.
Yes, sir.
All right, now show me what you did. No, just go right there together.
At the time he whipped it out, I went like that, just exactly like you just saw right there.
All right.
And I went like that because I didn't know if he was...
The sharp end is on this side?
Yeah.
All right, and what did you do? You held it up?
Went like that.
And
I didn't know, I thought he was fooling around. You see, it wasn't truly an accident, but it happened nevertheless. And he wasn't willing to...
Well, an accident is one thing, negligence is another. You know the difference?
I do, sir.
Okay. Go back. Go. You step back. What are your expenses here? You're suing for $2,400. What are your...
I originally asked him to pay the medical expenses.
No. Just tell me what they are.
They're $450 in medical expenses and then time off of work.
How much time did you lose from work?
10 days.
How much you make a day?
The clear is $275 a day is the overhead.
What is it?
The overhead is $275 a day.
And you lost?
10 working days minimum.
10 working days minimum?
That's correct.
Do you have any records about this?
Of the, I have the medical report.
Well, sir, that would come to $3,200. You're suing for $2,400.
That's correct.
Why?
I don't feel like I'm motivated by greed.
Oh, no. How do you distinguish between the difference between the $2,400 that you're suing for and the $3,200 you say you're damaged?
I could do partial work that I didn't retain a complete loss for the 10 days.
Well, how much didn't you lose then in those 10 days? What percentage?
Well, that's the figure that I sort of came up with.
But I want to know how you arrive at it, sir.
By the amount of money that I made in the difference of $275 a day.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell me?
That's about it.
Come back and give me my decision shortly.
How do you think Judge Wapner is going to decide this case? Will he find for the plaintiff, or will that decision be for the defendant? We'll return to find out right after this pause.
I tried it, and I feel great.
You're going to feel great all morning.
You've got to try it.
Try Grape Nuts, the fat-free natural energy source. See how good you feel.
It's a natural energy source that helps keep me going.
Breakfast with Grape Nut cereal helps keep me going all morning.
And the taste?
It's really delicious, really hearty.
There's nothing quite like it.
There's only one way to really get to know Grape Nuts.
Try it for a week. Try it for a week.
You'll feel so good you did.
Breakfast with Post-Grape Nut cereal helps keep you going strong all morning long.
NHRA Winston Drag Racing is back. 300 miles an hour of rolling thunder. The 22nd annual Le Grand National Molson, June 26th through the 28th, Saint-Air, St. P, Quebec, Canada. Advance tickets available at Saint-Air. Call 514-772-2426. Kiss mediocre goodbye. Get back to the track.
Let me have a beat.
Big savings made my Corolla an even better value.
Give me an
I always wanted a new Toyota Camry.
Give me an L-U-E.
For real value, see your Toyota dealer now, and you could save hundreds with incentives. The savings on 92 Corollas have never been bigger. Buy any new Toyota this month. There's no money down and no payment for 90 days.
Give me a P-A-L-U-E. That's my Toyota.
See your Toyota dealer today. There's no down payment and no payments for 90 days.
Hello. I'd like to talk to you about an invisible problem. The invisible bacteria that cause nasty denture odor. Fortunately, antibacterial Effident not only cleans the stains you can see, it kills the odor-causing bacteria you can't for clean, fresh dentures. So while the problem may be invisible, the solution is clearly evident. Darling, we're on TV.
Antibacterial Effident cleans what you can see and what you can't.
Will the plaintiff collect $2,400 from the so-called friend who cut him with a knife? We'll be back to find out right after this pause.
Now back pain doesn't have to ruin another night's sleep. Introducing new Doan's PM. Doan's starts with a unique pain reliever these brands don't have, then adds a second ingredient to help you sleep. New Doan's PM for nighttime back pain.
Fettuccine Alfredo. So soon?
Skillet Chicken Helper. My skillet, my chicken, my helper.
Skillet Chicken Helper makes a great meal. In no time at all.
Our courtroom observers say the plaintiff's testimony definitely convinced them, and friends or not, they think the plaintiff should prevail. So let's find out what Judge Wapner has decided.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
Trying to figure out exactly how this thing happened, and I'm not sure, and either of you really know. But the best that I can reconstruct this, you were clowning around as you often do, you were sparring around, and suddenly, for no reason, the defendant pulls out a knife. And all these hands flailing around, the plaintiff gets cut. Now, clowning around is one thing, but clowning around with a knife is another, and there's no reason on earth why the knife should have been pulled. And that, to me, is not acting as an ordinarily prudent person would under the same or similar circumstances. And therefore, the defendant is liable. Judgment for plaintiff for $2,400.
And that will bring this case to a close. It's also going to have to wrap it up for this session of the People's Court, as we have run out of time for now. I'm Doug Llewellyn, thanking you for joining us and reminding you, if someone injures you and then they won't pay up, don't take the law into your own hands. You take them to court.
Tune in to TV 22 every weekday afternoon at 5 for the best of People's Court, followed by the current season of People's Court at 5:30. Now stay tuned for NewsCenter 22, coming up next on TV 22.
People's Court is produced by Ralph Edwards Stu Billett Productions and is distributed by Warner Brothers Domestic Television.
Everyone's watching WVNY TV 22 in Burlington, Vermont.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Judy Simpson. Officials say Vermont's new family leave law is a big step in the right direction. The state now leads the nation, providing protection to families needing time off from work to care for a new baby or elderly parents. As Tim Devlin reports, it may be some time before the rest of the country catches on.
Governor Howard Dean this week signed Vermont's family leave bill into law. Men and women in the state may now take up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave to care for a newborn child, adopted child, or elderly family member. Eileen Casey, author of a book on maternity leave, says the new law is crucial for today's families.
I think that everybody wins with this. This is just a minimum floor. Businesses are more than welcome, and I hope they will do more than 12 weeks of unpaid leave. But what we have to remember is that this is our future that's at stake here. The future is our children, and it's our greatest natural resource in this country and in our state.
The Bush administration does not want to mandate businesses to allow employees special leave. But according to Casey, only about a third of the country's private companies have family leave policies.
We do desperately need federal legislation to, number one, provide some uniformity as far as family leave goes, because you have half the states that have no legislation at all. And number two, again, back up our pro-family rhetoric with the power of the law. And I think it's shameful that the United States and South Africa are the only two industrialized countries in the world that have no national family leave policy nor child care policy.
Even though Vermont has made great strides, a recent study by the University of Ohio showed that women who take family leave are 10 times more likely to lose their jobs than employees who take other kinds of medical leave. Tim Devlin, NewsCenter 22, Burlington.
Vermont's first rabid raccoon in 25 years has been confirmed in Grand Isle. The animal tested positive for rabies at the health department lab. No humans or animals are known to have been exposed to the raccoon. There have been several instances recently where people have taken home orphaned raccoons. The health department advises against that and advises that people should not feed or handle any wild animal. The city of Burlington has a new public works director. He is 29-year-old Scott Johnstone of Conway, New Hampshire. Johnstone was one of 200 applicants for the job. The Burlington Public Works Commission made their decision last night. Johnstone takes over for George Crombie, who left the job in February. Steve Goodkind has been interim director, and he was one of the 3 finalists for the job. Johnstone's first day of work will be August 10th. His ideas may seem a little off the wall, but he's the presidential candidate for America's newest political party. Dr. John Hagelin is the presidential candidate for the Natural Law Party. Hagelin has qualified to run in 6 states, including Vermont. The newly formed party will use science as the backbone for its presidential bid.
Again, only a new seed will yield a new crop, and the Natural Law Party stands for new knowledge and scientifically validated programs to raise the quality of life in this country. We would like to bring into government experts in all areas of governmental concern, professors, scientists, university presidents, doctors, lawyers, teachers, union leaders, to introduce a new level of expertise into the field of government.
Hagelin not only wants voters to compare platforms, but brain power as well. The party would like EEG brain mapping exams of all candidates. The tests show brain activity, which Dr. Hagelin says tells a great deal about the candidate.
Brainwave coherence is scientifically correlated with intelligence, creativity, moral reasoning, broad cognition with the ability to...
Skywire.